Danielle here, and today I'm going to give you some tips on time management as a coach. This is something that I am forever working on getting better at, but something that I've done a lot better since becoming a coach a year ago. So, I work a full-time job in architecture and I coach part-time, and that can become tricky at times. But I'm hopefully going to give you some tips that you can work into your own schedule so that you can see what works best for you. The first thing that I can tell you to do is create a calendar for yourself, whether you like to use Google Calendar or your calendar on your iPhone, whatever works. You want to plan out your business hours. And this may seem silly because you already probably put time in at your full-time job. At least that's what most of my coaches do. But it's really important to set aside the time and put it in. Even if it's 30 minutes or an hour, you will be so much more productive when you have that focused, intentional time in exactly knowing what you're doing. So, let's talk about it. The first thing that I can say that I have done is shifted my workouts to the morning. So either 5:30 or 6 o'clock, I am setting that alarm and I'm getting up. Whether that takes me putting my phone on my desk so I have to get out of my bed, it's kind of a mental shift, or putting it on super loud, you don't want to be hitting snooze. So if you're going to schedule your time in, that means scheduling your workouts, your business hours, your conversations with friends, events, times out, everything's got to be scheduled. And the reason is because you want to maximize the time that you do have with building your business. So if you're serious about growing and becoming a coach that is going to benefit from the freedom you're creating, you've got to schedule in the intentional time. So workouts in the morning, right? And then I like to leave about 30 minutes to get some small activities in the morning in. Whether that's part of my power hour, so I'm going to choose to do my friend requests, my forms, and my follow-ups, all before I even step in the shower. It really gives me the time to take all of that and get it done. If you haven't read the book, Eat That Frog, you need to, because it will tell you that you need to do the things you don't look forward to doing first, or the things that you let go easily first in your day. So you're going to eat that big nasty frog first so it's off your plate and you have no excuse to get it done. Oftentimes I'll hear from my coaches that work full-time, I just don't have time to fit it in, or I was really busy this week. No, make it a non-negotiable. You get your workout in, you get your Shakeology in, you get your conversations in no matter what. If you are serious about helping others and changing their lives, you need to make a commitment to yourself and to those that you're talking to that you're not just going to stick one foot in the water. You're going to jump in with 2 feet and cannonball on your way down. Because it's so worth it, guys. It's worth the message of someone telling you, I lost 10 pounds through your challenge group and I was never able to do that with anything else I've tried the past 5 years. Is that worth it? Heck yes! But it takes discipline, it takes planning, it takes a commitment from the inside out for you to say, I'm going to drop these things and input this into my life. On that note, it's intentional with the planning because you have other things in your life that you want to be able to enjoy wholeheartedly. So if your spouse likes to sleep until 10 o'clock on the weekend, take that extra time and get up at 8 a.m. and get your business stuff out of the way so that you have the whole weekend to spend with them. Because no one likes to be spending time with their family and friends and on their phone the whole entire time. And it's so easy to do as a new coach. I mean, I still do it. I'm still guilty and it's still something I have to work on. But what I want you to do is schedule in time to A, get in your power hour, so your forums, your follow-ups, your friend requests, and your invites. B, schedule in time to check in with your challenge groups. And maybe that's twice a day for 10 minutes. But other than that, you're not checking. If someone comments or posts, you're not checking. They'll survive. They'll get over it. There's other people in your group for a reason. When you are glued to your phone every day, that takes away from you being intentional with what you're doing and laser focused on what you're doing. So what I want you to do is put a time allotment to each daily activity you do. Set a timer on your phone, Make sure your phone's in airplane mode, of course, but set a timer and race against the clock to get as many in as you can in that allotted time, whether it's 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, however you want to allot it, whatever works for you. But this will really help you focus in. I want you to make sure you're turning off the chat on your Facebook. You can do this so that people aren't messaging you as you're trying to follow up with the messages from yesterday and you get sidetracked. You really want to focus on each activity you're doing. Number one, you're going to be a better person for doing so, because although we all like to multitask, it doesn't really work. You have to be laser focused on each activity you're doing and being intentional about doing it. If you're spending an hour writing this deep, vulnerable post, that's a time waster. It's a sucker of your time. Plan out your week and see what post you're going to insert. Don't make it this hard thing that you're stressing about every single morning. In the same way that we post-cron our challenge groups, you should be thinking ahead on your post. Now, I personally don't like to post-cron my personal Facebook page posts. I think that it should come from the heart and it should go up between those times of 7 to 9 a.m., noon, and 7 to 9 p.m. Now, most of you are just trying to consistently post once a day, and that's an awesome start. But if you want to go guns blazing in this business, if you want to grow your financial freedom and your ability to change more lives, you need to commit to upping that percentage. And this is something I've done the past couple months, and it's given me way more exposure. It's opened up more opportunities to talk to more people, and it lets people see truly what I'm doing with my life so that they can sit back, watch what I'm doing, build this trust and loyalty along the way. Once a day is great. Once a day is better than nothing. If you're doing nothing, you're only hurting yourself. You're not hurting me. You're hurting yourself in not opening up your journey and sharing your story to those who may be struggling with the same things. So you have to decide for yourself what's important. What's the one thing or the 2 or 3 things a day that are going to give me the most growth in my business and in my journey? And you want to do those things, not negotiable. They're done every single day, no matter what. No matter what you have going on. I don't care if you're on vacation. I don't care if you are starting school. This is why you need to take that calendar and schedule in the time. Of course, yes, there should be times you unplug and you have scheduled family time or spouse time or date night or whatever that is. But put it on your schedule and make it the 2-3 hours you want. Then you're going to be willing to work those extra hour or 2 every single week, and you're going to be more focused and intentional about the time you are working. So, number 1, you're going to make a calendar. Number 2, you're going to write down the 10 things for the month that you want to get done, and you're going to prioritize them. Based on those 10 things, you're going to create activities you need to do daily no matter what. They're probably going to be the same things, but you need to pick out the things that you dislike doing the most and shift them to the front of your day so they're done no matter what. You also need to shift those things that are the biggest growth potential for your business and get them done no matter what. When you commit and you prioritize and you plan ahead, every day is going to be like brushing your teeth. It's going to be like riding the bicycle. You know exactly what to do. You know exactly when to do it. And it's not this big stress. It's not this thing that you're scared about all the time and you have to freak out about who am I going to talk to. No, you are planning ahead just like you would for your challenge group, a meal plan, a new workout. You're scheduling your business the same exact way. And when you can commit fully every step of the way through each of these actions and break them down and put them in your day, it's going to be so much easier, guys. Like, I cannot tell you enough. When I am strategic in planning what I'm doing every day, I feel so much better. I know exactly what has to be done, when it has to be done, and when to step back and say, you know what, I'm going to cut out that hour show because I know that there's probably 15 to 20 minutes of commercials. So instead I'm going to watch it online without the commercials 3 or 4 days after, or TiVo it or something. Like, cut out the extra fluff in your life that isn't meaningful. That's not time that you're building yourself or building others around you. You know, I've said it before, insert your personal development in every single time you step in the car. It's easy. Set a podcast on and press play before you put your car in drive. Easy times that's mindless. Like I said, for me, it's been cutting out reality TV. As much as it's my guilty pleasure, it's time that's wasting. And, sometimes I lie to myself and think I'm going to sit there and get follow-ups done at the same time. No, my follow-ups need my full attention and my full interest in the person. And if I'm watching TV at the same time, my brain's trying to focus on two things and I'm not giving 110% to one. So, get on your game, get ready, make this the best month yet. Finish off August on your best foot so you can continue these behaviors and you're not glued to your phone. You need to be the best coach you can be, but you also need to be the best person you can be. And that means you're not glued to social media 24/7 because that's only going to hurt your relationships, your friendships, your life in general. It's going to just be an addiction you can't break. Do it for yourself and break those bad habits now, and you'll feel so much better about coaching. Be strict with your time and be disciplined with your actions. And I know that you guys can do it, and it will make you feel so much better. So I hope these tips can help you, and I hope you guys have a great day.